Howdy, howdy, everybody out there in YouTube land. Welcome back to another one. Hold on, my music stopped. Once again, we are listening to Zen Buster music on my own iHome speaker right here. What a beautiful set of background music that you can do while you're studying, sleeping, just relaxing, meditating. Anything you want to do, some cardistry, just keep yourself in the zone. Okay? Now there's a couple of things that we want to talk about today. And all of these things kind of blend together into the same vein, basically. And what we're really trying to do is we're working on smoothness, but we're also talking about some cardistry aspects and features. And I'm going there. This is something that I've learned from multiple different people, so I'm going to try to put together in the description a very comprehensive list of all of these videos. It might take me a little bit to get all that in there, so if you don't see it in the description today, always check back tomorrow because we might have them in there tomorrow. Just doing the research to get all that stuff. I know who they are. I just need to get the links and put them below. Either way, that's all good. So now you're probably wondering when we're not doing the social media thing because we've already read those beginning things to get you started on that. Okay. I'm bringing the Zen Buster music in because I want you guys to think Roberto Blake. If you guys want to start a channel or if you want to have a social media presence online, go check out his videos and other videos, other channels similar to his so that you guys can really start to grow, whether it be your business or your personal brand, anything like that. I know Michael P has expressed it. I know K Studios has an online business to a certain degree. You do your artwork, which is phenomenal. And don't worry, I still got something in the back of my mind for that. I still got something in mind with Scotty P. All these things, but I've got to finish this this kickoff here, and then we'll get in touch with you here pretty soon to get some stuff done. So keep all that in mind as we move forward here. So we're gonna have 3 different phases with a couple of intermissions in between to add a couple of other features. Okay. So now the first one. This is one that was brought that Doug Ton. If you can't tell, I am tired. It's Friday morning, and I'm tired for some reason. I don't know why I'm so out of it. Anyway, so let's talk about something real for a second here. Real. Huh? Oh, sorry. Power nap. Anyway, okay, so you can either say that I got that from Boss Babe, or I got it from the Doctor. Doctor Who, fantastic show. If you haven't watched it, if you like that kind of stuff, it's great. Some of the episodes get really dark, and I never realized that until I tried to watch it with my wife. Yeah, the first episode. Getting off on a tangent here, by the way. First episode of the 9th season. Because obviously there was the classic Doctor Who and the new stuff. Hopefully I'm not spoiling anything for you, but it's actually in the description. The big baddie of that episode, mannequins. Ooh, yeah, wife did not like that at all. Anyway, let's get back to this. I'm trying to give up that, shake it out. I've got meditation music on, trying to do some energizing videos. I'm like, I fall asleep on you here. But back to the Doctor Who thing. I don't know why I'm rambling today. So Doctor Who, in one of the seasons, he said, they're like, when do you sleep? And he's like, usually when other people start talking. Oh, that is awesome. Anyway, so the first thing that we're going to talk about is from Doug Kahn. He didn't release it, but he just did a tutorial on it recently because he's been doing tutorials, and that is awesome. I also have my rope around here somewhere. I've been practicing the rope stuff that he just taught. I wanted to show you. It's not ready. It is not ready. But here, let's talk about this. So he did a video on the Swivel Cut. Something very simple like that. Like I said, I'm not going to teach it. I'm not going to slow it down. I'm not going to do any of that. If you want to learn it, go check out his channel or a lot of the other channels that have it up. But what I want to show you is this. So this little move right here is something that is going to be important later on. That way you can kind of see what we're doing. There's multiple different ways that you can do this. It's just swiveling on the fingers, just like that. We're going to use that principle later on for a more advanced move that you'll be able to see, and I'm going to send you to that person as well. So keep that in mind for that cut. Okay, then what we want to talk about is this. Scotty P, have you been practicing? You got to practice. Practice, practice, practice. We're going to become masters together of the anaconda dribble. That is something that is absolutely fantastic. That you can really just add into your routine. It just looks nice. It even looks better in slow-mo, especially when Shin Lim is doing it. If you've seen that little YouTube short that he's got out. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is this. So when you want to get into cardistry, or you want to get into just kind of showing off a little bit, there's a couple of things that we talk about. We talk about this all the time. This is called a cut. Now what I just did there on accident was I actually just brought the bottom card to the top. And the way that I did it, without showing you that I did it, for instance, if I was just like, let me go ahead and cut the deck here just like this, I didn't bring attention to the fact that I forgot to get the last card. Again, unintentional that both times it was a 3, but that's the fun of it. Just make jokes about it and just have a good time. If something happens, you can make that as part of your routine on accident, and you could have meant to actually have the bottom card on top, but they don't need to know that. But that's just something to do, but that's a cut. So here's what we're talking about today is the one-handed cuts. Okay, there's a basic cut right there. So here's what I say. Here's what I'm working on, right? If I'm talking to somebody and I'm doing something and I'm like, okay, now let me show you something here. So what we have here is we have a deck of cards. Okay, just like that, showing you the deck of cards however you want. But with one hand, let me show you 3 different levels of skill that you can practice, right? The first level is this, because maybe we had just done cuts and stuff. This is a one-handed cut. Slow-mo for you. So that's just a one-handed cut. That's a level 1, okay? Now, you know what they call this, right? It's called showing off. Because when you get to level 2, you can actually spin the cards at once. See? That's why you gotta... You don't wanna do that when you're live performance. But you can tell them, this is what we call showing off, right? Because that's a level 2, which is the rotating cut. There's actually a name for that eludes me at the moment, because, like I said, I'm completely like... is that the swivel cut? I don't think that's the rotating cut. But anyway, so basically that's just the level 2, which is a rotating cut. And why are we talking about this? Again, the first thing that we talked about is in the advanced maneuver at the end, and so is this one, okay? But now let's get into talking about something else, because this is something that Michael P brought up, and this is my level 3, basically. My level 3 is getting into the one-handed riffle, just like so. Now, you could do this multiple different ways. If you're going to do the riffle, you can do the regular way. You can do Jason Mars' way, where it's upside down, if you like to live dangerously. Or you can go into a cascade of sorts. Now, let me know down below if that is the cascade or the waterfall. I don't know if those two things are different, or if I'm missing something there. But that's the one-handed cascade as far as I know. Okay, the other way to do the cascade is, and this is the way that Michael P was referring to, asked if I knew how to do it, and this is the pharaoh. The pharaoh, holding it in one hand like so, and then just letting the cards fall into like a nice cascading, like water rushing down there like that. So that's the cascade that I've been practicing on that end. Fantastic. Now, why is all this stuff important? Okay, here's why, right? So sometimes when you're doing a trick, your right hand, this is my left hand, by the way, your left hand and your right hand might be doing different things. So you have to be prepared for that, okay? So, something I want to show you real quick. If you see how it's done, don't say anything, just practice it, okay? So let's say we're gonna go ahead and pick a card, any card. Boop. we're going to go with this card right here, okay? I tried not to be fancy. I just kind of picked a card. It's in my blind spot, so I can't actually see the card, okay? And when I do tricks like this is probably not a good idea because then I won't know if it's right at the end. But you will, and that's what's important, right? Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep it face down so I can't see it, but I do want to show you. I'm looking away just so it's not flashing or anything like that, okay? Now what you're thinking is that it's actually that I'm going to do something else, okay? But all we're doing is we want to show you the card here. We're going to show you the card, okay? Now I want you to know that everything is as fair as possible as I push it in, okay? Now we're going to mix up the cards and we're going to try to find your card, right? No breaks, nothing like that. Here's what we're going to do. This is a move that we've learned. Let's hope we don't mess it up. Okay, so this is a nice little bit of cardistry. I'm going to take it slow so I don't have to mess it up as much as possible. But watch very carefully as I twist and turn. I'm doing it slow. I'm doing it as slow as I possibly can so I don't mess up. Are you seeing the multiple layers to this? Okay. That was a little sloppy, but it was still okay. Now we're going to turn this over, and there's multiple different ways to do it here at the end, but this is the way we're going to do it here. And then we catch it. As long as you catch it, it can be messy, you just straighten it up and it's good. This is called Twisted Rain from Daniel Madison, sorry. Daniel Madison, I kind of got caught in my throat a little bit there. So if this is your card, go ahead and like and share this video and put it in the comments below, okay? Now I'm looking at it, it's the Queen of Clubs. Now I'm going to rewatch the video, obviously, before I put it up, and I'll know whether it's the right card, okay? But after everything that we just did there, and that was your card, okay? That is a practical application of what you can do with that trick, okay? And just to tell you, I didn't know what your card was until the end when I looked at it. So that is the beauty of being able to control cards. Boom. This is the spring, of course. This is the ultimate magician's tool to show off. Because that's what we do. We like to show off. And it's fantastic. So, I hope you enjoyed what we talked about today. I hope you enjoyed the multiple layers of what we did. If you want to learn Twisted Rain from Daniel Madison, he has 2 different videos up with with a variant that's a little bit harder than what I did. Okay, but I didn't want to give that away. That was just the basic. And then you can go watch his videos. I'll put it up top here. That way you guys can learn that as well. I hope you enjoyed the different levels of what we did here, where I didn't exactly teach you, but I showed you how these things build together as you're learning the smaller moves into the larger moves. So I hope you enjoyed, and remember, stay positive, stay active, and stay awesome. And we'll see you in the next video. Because that's what we do here on the channel. We do videos. We try to upload 3 times a week. And multiple times a day, apparently. Okay, anyway, we'll talk to you later.